Welcome back to the Real Triathlon Podcast in 2026. It is episode 1. Chicago Bears are in the house with Lisa Vaqueras. Jackson Laundry with his new fidget spinner, which is probably saving him and adding productivity. Can I get a witness?
I've had this for probably 15 years.
Wow. I don't think they were out back then.
Oh, yeah. They were for sure. But it's one of those things where, like, it was like in a drawer, not found forever. I don't know if it's like 15 years or like 10 or like 8, but it's been a long time.
I just want to know, Jackson, is this like, we know that you just moved and now you're in a new house. Is this the new podcasting location of the new house? Yeah. Is this what we can expect?
This is what we can expect. Very little to be going on in the background region so far, but at some point we'll get some decorationing and, you know, some plants, maybe a bookshelf, who knows.
You got a chair with a headrest, though. That's pretty high class.
Yeah. That is nice.
I can lean back and just be far away from the mic.
One day I hope to have that luxury.
You always stand, though.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just a standing man in my life, always. Well, Lisa, how are you doing?
I'm good. You know, chugging along. Guys, we're like T-minus less than 2 weeks till we get to go to Cozumel, and I can't wait because even though it's been like 60s and 50s in Colorado, which is so unseasonably warm, I cannot wait to be like hot and complain about it.
Yeah. Oh, good, wow. Good catch.
That was a big sneeze.
Good job. Didn't even hear it.
Lisa's got an elevated level of energy since last time. I can feel it.
Woo! Guys, I swam, biked, and ran today. The big day.
Jeez. Huge.
Yeah.
It is that time of year when we're starting to move again. I personally have been going at it. I did so much crazy challenges this month to keep myself motivated during the off season everyone else had. I was just still trying to grind. But it's nice to be everyone's on it. I don't feel alone. I feel the collective motivation. Someone told me this quote today, and I want to repeat it because it's freaking awesome. And it has to do with anybody who's headed into the new year and they're trying to talk about that new year, new you bullshit. And this is way better, okay? So here you go. This is from James Clear. New goals don't deliver new results. New lifestyles do. And a lifestyle is a process, not an outcome. For this reason, all of your energy should go into building better habits, not chasing better results. Can I get a witness?
Whoop, whoop. He's James Clear's the guy who wrote the Autonomic Habits book, right? Atomic Habits?
We're getting there.
What's it called?
Atomic Habits. Autonomic Nervous System Habits. Yeah, that's him. So anyways, that's how we're going to change lives in 2026, folks. We're going to rise above the bullshit.
You'd have made a good pasture or something.
It is funny.
Reach into the
pasture or pasture.
What the cows eat, the pasture.
Oh, that'd be a good okay. We're gonna pass.
Your hair is very voluminous.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Lisa. So today's episode, I think we'll hit on a few topics, which, I think the biggest feedback we've never really taken to heart is to make these episodes a little bit shorter. And even my wife was like, "They're too long," and I was like, "Well, if you're telling me, it's probably legit. So we probably should keep them 30 to 45 minutes tops."
I can get
That's
on board
hard because I like to talk.
I know. It is. Once you get going, it takes 15 minutes to get into the episode and to finally be able to have some opinions that you're able to talk about. So that's why sometimes we get an extra 15 minutes.
Well, we can cut that to 10. So what are our topics? Well, before we get into topics, I think we need real quick recap of our lives, what's been going on. Obviously, I moved.
Oh, yeah.
I got sick 3 times in December.
3 times?
Yeah, I got a long cold, which I had during that last race, and it was kind of fun. It was on its way better, and I raced well. And then that got better. And then the first couple of days in Mexico, I got smoked with the flu or something, and I felt terrible. But it got over pretty quick. It was 3 or 4 days, and it was done. And then just this past week, like 4 or 5 days ago, I barely call it an illness. I had like a congestion for about 2 to 4 days, and that was it. So now I'm on the good side. I think my immune system's finally been like, all right, you survived. You'll be fine for another year. So we're on track. Did all the moving. Pretty come together, the house. The workout room has not gotten any attention. So the treadmill and the bike are just set up, and like nothing, like everything's just in the garage still. I gotta get that all sorted. But Nick and I did our first Swift workout together since what, 3 months probably?
I think it's well before that. I don't know the last time we rode together.
Yeah, it's been a while. And we did the classic James Loring special, 26 times 2-minuters with a minute rest, with a little bit extra rest in a couple spots, a couple extra minutes rest.
It sucked.
Gradually building up the effort, basically.
I will say that I saw that on Instagram, you posting about you guys riding together on Zwift, Nick, and I'm a little hurt that I didn't get the invite. Like I wouldn't have joined, but I still want the invitation extended.
You're the trainer antichrist. If I'm not going to invite anybody, it's going to be you. You're going to be like, why would you go on a trainer, you dummies, and like bundle up and then not get a workout, but still be cold and then get it done and then talk about that shit.
You're the person who just wants to be invited so they can say no.
No, I just want to be invited to make me feel a little special. Welcome. Part
Lisa,
of the team.
You were on this podcast because you're
invite
special.
me. Just invite me.
Let's add her to the group just so she can be part of the group.
All right. Well, deal. Now, Nick, you said you've been doing some challenges. You went up and down Snow Canyon about 20 million times. What else did you do?
Yeah. December for me was Snowcember, where we did 30 laps where you go up Snow Canyon, down the highway, back through Santa Clara. So that's like a 16-mile loop. And I think it was like over, I don't remember how many thousand feet, but it was a lot of climbing. It was like 40,000 feet over the course of a month. So I did that challenge. I did the 100 by 100 challenge. Actually, I did 101 by 100 challenge. And then I did 26 by 100 IM. That was fun. And then we went to Vegas a few times. Ellie Salthouse and Zach stayed with us for a week. My kid got his ACL surgery. We had Christmas and blew everyone's freaking faces off with the surprises we built in for their lives. These kids have no idea how lucky they are. And been running again on the lever. I hit like 5 or probably, what is it in kilometers? Like 315, 320 kilometers, like on the lever for like 15-minuters. So the legs are coming back. Whoa. Not like I can do that outside right now, but that's me. It's been good.
Can I just comment real quick about how much I hate the 100 workout?
We all hate it.
I've never done it, and I don't ever want to do it. Like my master swim group does it. I think it serves no purpose. Like
it doesn't serve a purpose except for you do things that are really hard that you don't want to do. That's about it.
Yeah,
it's a good mental purpose if you're that kind of person that likes to be like, all right, I did something epic. That's great, which is awesome. I just don't really have a desire to do it. Mostly because I honestly have chronic tendonitis in my shoulders. And if I did a swim that long, I would be probably like pretty bad at swimming for a couple weeks after that because of the inflammation that I'd have to deal with. So I got to be really cautious with my swim mileage, and then very cautious with like how much pull I do, how much sculling. I barely do any sculling because that's like the worst for my shoulders. So... But I do think it's a good thing for most people if you don't have shoulder issues, if you want to do something fun. For some people, 100 is probably a bit much, but, for like, if an age group is like, you know what, I'm going to try 50 of these, like, that's awesome. Good for you.
I just do it. I've done it every year for about 12 or 11 years. So it's just something I kind of do. And this year was the first time most of my coached athletes, I think we had probably like 7 or 8 coached athletes do it. Some athletes who were like 19 years old, some who were in their 50s. Like it was crazy to see the spread of people who took it on. So I was really proud of that.
Yeah. Nice. I did 50 100s with the group, and then
that's great.
Out and let them swim for much longer.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
still longer than your normal swim workout, right?
Yeah. So it's a big day of swimming, but
well, normally I won't do Snowcember ever because it's like it's supposed to be kind of post season, off season. So I'm like, I don't really want to hold myself accountable and ride, but since I was kind of like coming back into fitness. It made sense this year. So I don't know if I'll do that every year.
Lisa, how about you? What have you been dealing with in the old training department?
Travel.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't remember the last time I was on the podcast, but after I came home from Spain, I got sick, went to Hawaii, got sick, came back home. Came back home, and then 3 weeks later we went to Panama, like Bumble F nowhere, Panama, like 6-hour drive from Panama City.
Whoa!
Like honestly, really hard to get to just because it's a long day of travel, but like stunning place, like little sleepy town, probably 400 people in the town, epic surf like location. It was really fun, but like far. And I thought I was gonna get like abducted the whole time. I was like, because I brought my mountain bike and I'm like, nobody else brought a bike, so I was like, I guess I'm gonna be riding alone. But yeah, everyone was so friendly. They honk at you when you ride. They go beep beep, but it's like a friendly like hello.
I love that. They're like, hey, I'm gonna go around you, just letting you know you're good.
Yeah. But it's like coming from America where I'm like, anytime someone honks, you're like, like on edge. So it took me a little bit to get used to, but
differently here. Like it's like that when I went to like the Caribbean. Everyone just honks so you see your buddy. Oh, hey, dude, how you doing?
Yeah.
Horns are quieter and they're more modular there. You can like a little one or a big one here. They're just and you're like,
it's like a semi passing you.
Yeah, in the U.S., like my horn doesn't even work unless I go through 3 questions. It'll ask me when I press the horn. It says, "How pissed are you?" And I'm like, really fucking pissed. Do you want to kill this person? Probably. And are you validated? No. And if you put no, then it turns on the horn because it doesn't matter. It's not your fault. You still get to use it.
Yeah. But other than that, I've been having a good Christmas. I am like hardcore into the Chicago Bears right now. The most exciting football team to watch. We have clinched the NFC North. We've made it to the playoffs. Like, woo, woo, woo.
Playoffs?
Yeah, we're going to the playoffs, baby. And yeah, so that was fun. And
wait,
now
is this like a first for a long time for the Bears?
Yeah, since 2018. It's been like we've been bad for a long time. But now I'm back on the bandwagon, big Bears fan. But yeah, I've like been gradually creeping my volume back up. So I think I hit like 18 hours last week, which was solid, and probably on track to hit like 19 this week. And when we go to camp, it'll be a couple big weeks. So
it's like pretty close to what your volume gets up to
normally.
Yeah, 23 is your peak week, so you're almost there.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Here's where I'm at for this week so far.
Well,
I don't know if I'll be hitting 18 because, oh man, well, this is a good segue into the topic. How long should you feel a little bit poopy for when you're coming back into training?
Well, as long as it takes.
Yeah, I like that. I think, like, it shouldn't feel... the way I like to do things as I'm ramping back in, I'm curious your guys' opinion on this. I like to make it, like, feel easier than it does when I'm training hard. So, like, if it feels so bad and it feels so hard, then it's just, like, you're not ready to push that hard yet. So, like, today's workout, I ended up feeling quite good, but I dialed it back, like, 3 to 5% compared to what my normal kind of effort would be. And it was pretty solid by the end, but, like, I just think if you're feeling like it's, how am I going to get through this workout already, and you just came out of off season, probably not the right time to be burning those matches mentally. And some people it takes like, usually for me, it's like 2 to 3 weeks. And then I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm pretty decent shape, like, you know, fairly close to what I would be during the season. At least I can do workouts at like a similar level.
I think you need a full cycle, like a full 2 or 3 week build, and then kind of make adjustments during that build, and then hit like a little 2 or 3 day deload, and then you're kind of like hungrier because you're like, well, I know I didn't quite peak at those sessions and I wasn't really ready, and I dialed it back a little bit on purpose. So I think at that point you're like pretty horny for it, which is good.
Yeah, that sounds right. I like that.
I was gonna say I felt awful for 2 weeks. Like I was like, oh, it's never gonna come back. And
was it the legs or the lungs?
The lungs. It was, well, no, and the legs. It was the whole thing. I just remember trying to do a workout and like I had to hold like 1 minute at like 250 watts, and I could not. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, but now I've just been really leaning into like some more fun stuff. I've ridden my gravel bike more in the past 3 weeks than I have in my entire life. I've like recruited some training partners and we've just like made it fun. And one guy that we train with is like super strong and he just kind of rides like steady the whole time and pushes climb. So it's like you're getting that workout without realizing you're getting the workout, but just because you want to hang on for dear life. So, but I will say I still feel pretty awful in the pool. So I'm hoping that comes around in the next T-minus 12 weeks till Oceanside.
The pool's the one space where I just feel like I am not fucking around anymore. Like I am just, I think I had like a 110 per 100 yard average for the 10,000 or 11,000 yards I did. So I am ready to freaking hit it. And I wasn't so, and it was, well, because I did it in a 25-meter pool and I was doing it on, I did a 100-meter pool and I was coming in on like 115 to 118.
Pool? Okay,
I mean, 25-meter pool. I'm sorry about that.
115 to 118 for 25-meter. Yeah, that converts to about a 111 for yards. But yards doesn't matter. Just say your meter times.
Okay, I know, but like Americans don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know anything that means.
I mean, that's cranking. Like I would, that's moving. It's moving good.
It was. I mean, I did put fins on for probably a total of mixed in 3K because like my shoulders were absolutely torched. But that took me down maybe 2 or 3 seconds faster over the course of those K. So it was a little assisted, but man, I needed it.
Yeah, that's fair. When you're doing
swimming
meters, that's fair.
Yeah, it was good. So great off season, great preseason. Garrick has been. Is he traveling somewhere or something?
He's in Vienna,
Austria. Okay, yeah. Nice. Skiing maybe is he going over for?
I don't know. They're just.
Does he ski?
I'm seeing photos of like the city, and I don't know what the weather's like there. Like,
it's cold.
Nice. Oh, I was gonna say it looked nice. Whatever pictures he was posting.
I mean, it's winter time over there. Like Vienna ain't that chill at the moment or warm. Let me do a quick weather check on the old app. Let's see. Vienna, Austria is currently. Well, it's dark there. It's like 34 is the high and 31 is the low. So it's like
that's pretty okay.
Yes, it's like 0 degrees Celsius.
Let me just give you a little rundown of what we've been dealing with here. An old Canadian complainer. It's like this winter has been the worst I can remember, like that ever I can remember. It does not, like, usually we'll get like 1 or 2 days a week it'll creep up above freezing and like the sidewalks will melt and it'll be fine and then it won't snow that much so you can kind of go outside. I haven't even run outside one time this winter since moving here. It's ice, snow everywhere. Almost every day we get some snow. It's usually like -10 to -15 in the mornings and like maybe -6 or 7 in the afternoons. Like it's just been so cold and brutal. It's like, why would you even? So I'm really a big fan of the Woodway right now. I actually have a window in front of my training area now, which is like so good. I can't even
life-changing.
I can't believe I did that for like 7 years. I would come out of the dungeon and be like, whoa, outside. And now I like look outside. I'm like, oh, look, there's outside out there. Like it's me. I don't know why, but it makes me feel way better. So anyway, yeah. I feeling like I've barely been home and I'm already going to be going to Mexico again for camp. So, if I was, able to change the entire world, I would shift that to February this year, but it's perfect because I'll get back. I'll have a nice training block, 10 weeks or whatever till Oceanside, and it'll be great.
Yeah, I was going to say, whatever, the East Coast is getting hammered with awful weather, but I'd say Colorado, Utah, like we've been having the winter of our dreams so far. Yeah. It like has not snowed. It snowed once here and then melted like 2 days later, but we've been in like the 50s and 60s. So it's been epic.
It has been raining the last 2 days, and we've got a day off of rain, and we're going to get 4 more days of like overcast rain. So I think the snow is like making its way to the mountains a little bit. And I know like Colorado, all the ski resorts are just like losing their minds.
It's insane. It's the lowest. It's almost on record for like the lowest snowpack they've ever had in Colorado, which is
That's bad because
bad
that
for
means
skiing
bad
and
water.
forest fires too. Risk of that. So Boulder, it's been super windy here in like the Front Range in Colorado. A lot of them have been turning the power off when it's been crazy windy because like a couple years ago, like a whole town burned down because of wind and fire. So they've just been proactively turning power off, which is also wild. So, anyways, I wanted to ask you guys, if you guys have training partners, like just kind of people that you swim with, bike with, run with, and how important those training partners are to you. And you're like, could you do it without them? Are you someone that likes to train with people like religiously, or just more of like doing things on your own?
You can go first, Jack.
Well, I did. I just moved now, though. So now I kind of am solo here in Kitchener. There are some athletes around. Like, I'm just still trying to work out, like, where do people train. Today, I just finally went to the one pool that's actually decent, and I'm probably going to be doing most of my swimming in. It's the Laurier University pool. But I think I'm going to be pretty solo, and then I might be going to Guelph for, like, Sundays to get a group swim in and maybe a run. So it's important enough that I'm willing to drive 40 minutes to get that group vibe in once a week. Cody Beals has been my probably main training partner over the last 10 years or so, and there's other guys around. And then there's Wift, which I really enjoy. I find with Nick and Cody and whoever and Kelly, it's just like, it just makes it easier to just do the workout. Like, you're not just sitting there pushing yourself. You're like, all right, yeah, like Nick's going, I got to keep up with him, like whatever. It just makes it so much easier to push the effort to like a decent level when on a day when you might be feeling a little lazy on your own, the power might drift down. I find it's good for those sessions. Like, it's also nice for easy runs if you have someone around. It helps pass the time, but I would say getting like a couple decent hard workouts in with a group is pretty solid per week. But then it's also good to do solo. Like, I really think doing one treadmill session a week is key for me, at least year round. Like, I'm committing to that this year because I just find the treadmill really gets my turnover up and like translates so well to speed in running on the road.
Nice. All right. I'll agree with you completely. That's when I have my best bike ever, is my bike fitness ever, is when I do the Zwift riding. So I'm going to commit to that for sure as much as possible. I don't like riding with a lot of people. Group dynamics of training really bug me because there's always like someone's late, someone gets a flat, someone forgets something. So if I do ride with anyone, it's usually one or two people I trust and I know who are no drama and are really dialed in. Swimming, I'll go to Masters. Absolutely. That was my best swimming ever, was when I would go to Masters. So I'm going to go to Masters here in Utah, at least 3 days a week at noon, get like 4 to 5K done. That's the best I usually swim. And then running, agree with you. I'm going to do the lever treadmill run at least once a week, either for a long run or for overspeed work. And then I like to do, because I have, I think, like 20 athletes here locally now, which is the most I've ever had where I live. So we do like group meetups on easy rides or track workouts or VO2 hill sessions. So I'll have like those types of things. But I really still love a lonely session where you just chill out, get an audiobook going or whatever. But like, I'm probably like 30% like to be around a group or have some people, and then 70% down to do it on my own. I don't really need people.
Yeah. I have to swim with people. The swimming for me is like, I think it's so hard to get done on your own. And I think it's just that having people around like help push you. That's where I find the most benefit. For sure. Is in of the three is swimming. And then I think running, I do most of my running alone, even though I'm trying to connect a little bit more. I went on this awesome group run yesterday. Like, I'm also still committed to like running trails, and it was like a group of like 7 or 8 ladies. Like, they're all pretty much trail runners, like really strong, and like we just probably got almost like 1,000 feet of like vert in. I only ran for like an hour, but like in like 6 miles or so. So but that was fun because they actually make me slow down and have conversations and like really dial it back, because I find when I run alone outside, I end up just like continuing to run too fast. So excited to hopefully keep getting the invite back. And biking, when I don't have workouts, like I like to ride with groups, or like I've really this guy Ben Nelson, he's super strong cyclist. He just did Ironman Arizona, and I want to say he finished in like 9:18 or 9 something around 9.
Solid.
I think it was like 9:08. I don't remember. But like super strong. And I'm like, he's like a great training partner for me on the bike. And this guy Todd, who's he's so strong. He's 58 years old, like complete badass, like just hangs in there, like very strong, especially for his age group. So they've been off work the past 2 weeks, and we've pretty much ridden almost every other day together, and it's been like awesome. So I need them to quit their job so they can continue to be my training partners.
Yeah, eventually, probably not that far from retirement. So
I know. I need it to happen like now.
Train more.
Yeah, I got a guy I coach who's like 57 or something, and he's about to retire in March. And he's like, "You better get ready because I'm going to come riding with you all the time." And he's strong and awesome. Like he's like a legendary strength of the older gentleman, and I think I'd like to have that too when I get older.
Yeah. And if I can't keep up with them, I'll just ride e-bikes. So I can.
No, you won't. Well, that's great. I think, yeah, it's been a weird kind of transition from 25 to 26. Like, I feel like contract wise and business wise, like literally everybody stopped. Like for like 2 weeks, I think with the way the holidays fell, like on a Thursday, and then everyone had 4 or 5 day weekends, like not a lot of shit's been getting done for sure. Like we've got to get our Zoot kits done real quick. We've got camp coming up. We've got to get all of our race planning going. Oceanside's right around the corner. Like things are about to happen real fast. So like it's been a weird kind of transition, honestly, in terms of work. And now I like took on an additional kind of like athlete liaison position. So I work for like 2 companies as their athlete liaison and social media people. So like I've been getting
Nick freaking clones himself. He's like, well, I somehow have this part of my brain for that, this part for that, and then do it all around, and it just gets done.
I know. I think I just kind of like am squeezing that sponge just a little bit more to try to get a drop out of it so I can exist. And you know, but it's been great.
You're getting like, it doesn't seem like you're getting like stressed out or anything. If anything, less somehow.
I mean, things are kind of like starting like now that, so quick tangent too, like RTS is probably seeing its best year in terms of people coming on board and wanting to join, and we're launching RTS racing this whole quarter. And we've got more pros than we've ever had coming on board, and we've got RTS X athletes who've moved into the pro squad, which is by design. Like we wanted people to do that. And so it's been good. And then like, look at all the other teams now, right? Like, I think we may have been having a hand in starting some of this, like Varlo's starting their pro squad. I think, you know, Resolute's adding a lot to their roster. I'm just seeing a lot more pro teams come out because I think this concept actually makes a whole lot of sense to more people.
Yeah, I think you can achieve more with a group of people versus on your own.
Yeah, I mean, my number one kind of catchphrase for this team, and if anyone steals it, I will sue you, is it's a solo sport that we all do together. So I said it first. Probably not.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think we're all getting really excited for like 2026 to like officially be launched and kind of here and to race, especially with a lot of injuries that we had last year on the team. And follow us on social media because you're gonna meet all the new pros that we have coming on board.
Yeah, well, Lisa's going to handle the announcement, so we're not going to spoil it yet, but there's some more faces. I want to hear about also last year's T100 Contender Series. Like, how was that? Was that, like, awesome, or did it, like, fall short of being cool?
Lisa?
Well, I don't know. Okay, so I have, like, lots of bones to pick with this, but most of it is irrelevant because it's not coming back next year, which is sad. Not, like... Because because they're not going to be doing end of the year payouts before. Like the Contender Series was basically like taken over the PTO end of the year payout. So last year, people who finished in the top 50 got money. This year it was you had to basically participate-ish into the Contender Series. but nobody read the rules and the
The
requirements.
fine print.
And seriously,
I
I was told via email, because I have like issues with this. Sorry, my dog.
And you email people like without any holdbacks. Like, I love it.
Oh,
You're just
no.
like, hey, this isn't right.
Because if we're going to play a game, we have to know the rules. If we don't know the rules, if these people that are putting on these games like don't have clear rules, how are we supposed to, play them or participate? So to be part of the Contender Series rankings, everyone was in them unless you were a T100 athlete last year and you turned down a contract for 2025. All those people were out. So like Tamara Jewett, she participated in the T100 last year. She didn't participate, or she turned down a contract this year, so she was out. Kat Matthews, same thing. Sam Laidlow. There's a couple more people, so they weren't allowed to participate. But then everyone else was included in it. But in the fine print, it said like you must put your name on 3 T100 wait lists. And if you got accepted as a wild card, you came off the wait list. If they let you know over 4 weeks out, you basically had to participate in that T100 event, or you would get docked a third of your bonus pay.
So we actually kind of hacked the system with this because we were low enough ranked that we never got let know more than 4 weeks out. I didn't. The farthest for me was like 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
And
so like that was, and that's what I was gonna say. I was like, that was my whole game plan at the beginning, was like shoot this gap of like, oh, you're not fast enough to race, like get called to be a wild card, and you're just gonna like shoot this perfect gap to where you can participate but not have to race any races. Obviously, I raced 2. I put my name on 3 wait lists. But people didn't just end up not putting their name on 3 wait lists. So like Christian Blumenfeld, he didn't put his name on any wait list. Jackie Herring I don't believe put her name on any wait list. So these people are going to get $0. But that end of the year bonus does not roll down to the next person. So Solveig Loveseth is going to get $0, but like however much she would have won, maybe, I don't know, like $16,000. Like it's not going to roll down to the next person. So in a way that the T100 won, because people didn't.
Do with the prize money too, right?
Well, yeah.
If you're a wild card, you don't get the full prize money until it's more than your appearance fee.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a way to save money on their end.
Yeah. So I don't know. It would have been nice if it actually did roll down. But they saved.
Oh wait, did you miss it by like barely, or did you get it?
No, I think I got $5,000.
Yeah, I got the same.
Yeah,
I was 30th, I think.
I think I might have been the same, or 31st, or maybe.
How are we feeling about T100 now? Like I had Ellie Salthouse here, who just raced in all of them mainly. So like I got a little feedback from her, which I won't say too much on, but like with this whole shift to more like WTCS and federation control, it seems a bit crap.
I think it's going to become pretty irrelevant for us.
I don't know. It's so hard to know. It might become more irrelevant, but also might get into the Olympics.
In Australia, I think it will.
Not anytime soon. When's Australia?
I don't know, but it's not going to happen in the U.S.
No. It's
28.
2032 it would be.
Yeah.
So then I'd be thinking, do I try to go into the Olympics?
Yeah, but I heard, I think they cap the amount of like athletes that they allow to go. So I think there might have to be some, unless the Olympics increase like the amount of athletes they want to participate in the Olympics, there might have to be like your federation would have to be
crossover. Like your federation would have to decide, do you send someone, like they would probably more have to decide
like an all-around person
qualify for both. They might do that, but I forget which podcast it was, but somebody was speculating that the mixed team relay might get canned and they might do the T100 distance instead. And then if you have someone who's all around who can qualify for both, they probably send that person. Or if they have like an Olympic hopeful in one and an Olympic hopeful in the other, but they can't cross over for some reason, then they might send one of each. I don't know. But yeah, it's a lot of speculation and whatnot. But I do like how they're going to less number of races next year. I think that's kind of nice where people
it's expensive.
Like who might only do like one or two or might want to do one or two, we're now more incentivized because it's a bigger prize purse, pays deeper probably, and so it's kind of better for us who aren't going to do the whole series anyways. Maybe, but I don't know. Like they're doing also women only and men only, which I don't love. So like there's no Vancouver, so I might just like not do one next year and then do it when Vancouver's one on the following year.
So did Canada lose all professional triathlon racing then?
No, the women's. It's a women's race. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about Ironman?
This year we only had Vancouver T100. They brought back Mont Tremblant 70.3, which is great.
Thank goodness, man. If they're gonna do that, like they gotta do that.
Yeah. So anyway, I might try to do that. But anyways, what about you, Nick? What are you feeling about the old T100?
I mean, I've never really been there, but I know like I've spectated a few of them, and from the feedback from the pro athletes who were there, it's the best because you're taken care of, you're given the royal treatment, and I think for that aspect of it, it's remarkable to have pro athletes be taken care of in that way. It's very special. Not a lot of sports do that, so hats off for sure. And it seems like they're taking in a lot of Middle Eastern money, whatever that means, I don't know. So at least they're funded to be able to continue this project. I don't know in terms of how I feel about I just don't know how I feel about Sam Renouf, like in terms of his caring about anything besides like profitability. I mean, I know as a CEO and someone who's leading the charge, you really got to kind of ride both lines pretty tightly in terms of being a good person and also making money. And sometimes making money means you got to do some shitty things in this sport, especially. So their message, their energy, and what they put out there, like I just don't think triathlon is going to be a mainstream broadcast sport. I think it's a highlight sport. It's something that has to be participation based, which is why they've gone into this series of age group racing, which they have to make money somewhere. So why not there? It just feels like it's kind of a soulless enterprise that doesn't have a lot of energy behind it. And I don't know why I feel that way, but I just kind of have never been to a race and felt like, wow, everybody loves this. I feel like the finish lines are as empty as it gets, and it's kind of sad. But the pro athletes are there putting on a show for somebody, and hopefully that they know that like the competition between the pros is really what they're there for. Like they're not really many people are paying attention, I don't think, unfortunately.
Yeah, I will say from an athlete standpoint, they roll out the red carpet. They make you feel so special.
They carry the bike like crazy.
Yeah,
like,
the mechanics.
The
mechanics
you didn't even know was wrong with your bike, they'll fix. They'll be like,
their
mechanics,
this thing
was not quite perfect,
amazing.
so I fully replaced your derailleur. I'm like, oh, all right, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Super. Like,
yeah.
I love that aspect of it. I think that's really what this industry needed was an organization to put professional racing at a professional level of care. I hope the rest of it starts to feel better over time. And I know it's a slow grind, and they've had like 3 or 4 rebrandings, and the PTO no longer does anything for a professional triathlete organization. So there's no more union. I think the point scoring system needs to be reevaluated, and how Ironman and Challenge and T100 races are all collectively equated into what matters at the end of the year. I think that's a big problem we have right now, but I really think like it's good that they're here. I just hope it starts to feel like good, at least from my point. And I'm sure a lot of people have a different opinion, and that's great too. Like we got to have these kind of discussions to make something better.
Yeah. I do think with how the racing will be next year, I foresee Ironman Pro Series races becoming that much more competitive, because I think those athletes that were on contract last year will be like, wow, there's no ball and chain with these, so I'm going to go like soak up some stuff and do this and do that with Ironman. And
it's not like they held those athletes accountable who broke contract anyways.
Exactly.
Well,
right?
Speaking of next year,
this year,
Pro Series, whatnot, this year. What are you guys doing? You going Pro Series? You going avoid Pro Series? You going mix and match?
I already told my whole schedule at some point.
Oh, did you make that cool reel where it looks like it's like real official?
No, but do you think Ironman puts those out, or like what Ben Canute and
no, that's like someone else does that, I think, for them. I don't know. Maybe like Ironman's like picks a few and they're like, look, we like you here. What are you doing? Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I already announced my schedule. I'm just kicking off at Oceanside and then St. Anthony's. Those are my first two. Oceanside.
Two team events for RTS.
Jackson, have you decided where you're going?
I'm gonna do Oceanside. Then I'm probably gonna do Texas.
Me too. Same.
Because I'm just like, you know what? The majority of my best freaking races ever have been ones that are easy to travel, relatively easy to travel to. That's like
in North America.
Thing. In North America, it's like, why would I go to Africa, get, I don't know, like some flu or something from traveling for 3 days, and then race like a skeleton and be dead, and then ruin my start of my year? So no,
that was Matt Hansen.
Reassess after Texas what I want to do, but I might, if I'm excited about, like, I'm just imagining in my head at some point I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna figure out an Ironman and be like, oh, I'm actually like, I do think it's gonna be my best distance once I like get it sorted out. And if I do that and I get excited about it, maybe I do the series and actually do 3, which is way less than I did in 2024. So
yeah,
and relatively spaced out compared to 2024, where I did 4 of them starting in July. So anyways, maybe that, or maybe I do Texas and I'm like, I'm either done fulls for the year, or maybe do one more if it's Kona qualification, or if it's like another one that's non-series, or we'll see. But I'll definitely do some North American 70.3s either way. Try to get to hopefully Tremblant, which isn't part of the schedule for the Pro Series. So
is that June or July still?
Yeah, Tremblant is usually like June 20.
Shit.
June 21st. It's the week after Happy Valley, North American 70.3 champs.
Which I'm definitely doing.
Man, I'm killing my North American summer going to Europe. I'm going to go to Germany for a little while and do the old Austria and Roth in Germany situation. Double them up. My last one at Roth, I think.
What's Austria? Is it 7.3 or challenge or full?
No, it'll be Ironman Austria. I've done that race twice, and I DNF'd once, and I didn't have the only time I finished it was my first time. So I think I love that place more than anywhere. So I just want to go back.
And then I can convince you guys to either do Ironman Florida or Ironman Western Australia at the end of the year.
I'm doing Western Australia, guaranteed. I will be there.
Guaranteed?
Yep.
Is Western Australia the same December or something?
Yeah,
December,
it's late.
Like 7th, 8th. Yeah.
I'm totally not gonna plan. Here's my real season plan. Don't get injured, and then I can race whenever I want.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a good plan. Yeah.
True that.
All
right. Well, we're coming up on 43 minutes. Let's kind of like think about the old finale here. I think we hit all the topics, didn't we? Did we miss any?
Camp's gonna be awesome. Freaking sign up for camp late. If you probably Nick will be like, oh, I'll find a room or something if you message him when it comes out like 3 days before camp.
It's our biggest camp yet. We got 16 rooms booked, which is double that. I mean, everybody is in a double room, so it's like 30-something people.
Ooh, who am I rooming with? My dad? Oh man, I'm gonna need to weld my ears shut.
No,
room with Nick.
Okay.
Well, I usually get the free penthouse room now. We'll see if they do that again, but it has a king bed, and I knew you would not want to get put in a rollaway like Mark did. So what I did, Jackson, was right now I'm trying to figure out how I can save money, but like also you're the odd one out who has your own room at the moment. Because there's the only other way is if you and I share rooms, but I'm trying to like figure out if it's gonna be cost effective. So I got that working right now. And then what? Go ahead, tell me.
No, I was just gonna say I would probably be semi okay with the rollaway bed if it had to happen.
All right, that's nice of you. Well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, camp's coming, and then shortly after that, we've got a swim camp in St. George in February, which is gonna be awesome. And then, man, there's just so many things I need to do to get this organization and team and everything just next level. So I'm going to keep trucking along. And Lisa, you got promoted a little bit, even though you didn't invoice me for the right amount, but that's all right.
I did. You said for starting this next year.
Oh, that was for December? My bad. I thought it was for January. Okay, we good.
I mean, I'm happy to take more money.
Promoted to.
Well, she got promoted to lead twerker.
Yeah.
Head twerk.
I have taken over our team OnlyFans page. So.
Yeah. Speaking of that, you got to check out the Stephanie Clutterbuck episode I did prior to this one, where she's the first triathlete OnlyFans person. So like, it was a pretty good episode, and she had a great perspective on like how it could be construed into a better thing. I mean, she's doing all safe for work stuff, so you're not going to go on her page and see like any scandalous stuff. But I think crazy enough, like there's another guy who reached out to me who wants this. He's like, look, Instagram doesn't pay you guys anything, obviously, for your content. YouTube barely pays you anything. He's like, I'm creating a site called, I can't tell you the name of it because it's not yet, but he's like, he's going to create this site and it's all paid, everything. There's no subscription. You pay like $1 to $5 per video if you want to see it. So it could be a how-to, it could be a vlog, it could be a workout demo, it could be whatever. And everything is paid for. So everybody gets paid. So even if you get paid $5 off of one video, you never got paid $5 off of that video ever. Anyways, it's for pro athletes only to demonstrate their lifestyles and stuff. And he was like, and you can like decide whether you want to give free content away or you want to like have them pay for. I was like, kind of sounds like exactly OnlyFans. He's like, yeah, but there's going to be there's no porn on here.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah, until someone slips a nip and then it goes viral. A man nip. But anyways,
I gotta figure out YouTube. I haven't done a YouTube in forever. It's so much. Okay, wait. I'm gonna use Joe. Joe at Star Films will get me sorted out. Our team editor. Yeah, because I gotta get a few videos out this year again somehow. This time I won't be like, well, I'm injured again, and I'm doing it.
Yeah, you can see a lot more vlogs out of people when life is going well. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's good. Like, great episode. Thanks for being here, you two. And we'll be back next week. We're going to have a lot of really good stuff. We will have some promotions from some of our partners. Like Lever's going to come on and want some light advertising. And I think Lever is awesome anyways. I think it's like one of the best running aids that I think I've just been illuminated to. Jackson had to use it. Lisa, did you ever use Lever?
I have used it a handful of times.
You just don't like the treadmill, I know.
I got a pair of shorts here. I just don't have a lever system.
We'll get you one.
Or a treadmill.
And then we should have Pillar coming on to do some advertising, and we might get a Training Peaks situation partnership.
Training Peaks.
Yeah.
Please
so
waive my monthly fee of $22.87.
we might get her done. But until then, man, it's good to see you two. Hopefully Garrett comes back next show. And Jackson, final words.
Welcome to 2026, the year of greatness for the Real Tri Squad.
Lisa, your final words.
Woo, 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 woo. Go Bears!
All right. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace. Frickin' out.